Hello, everyone. My name is Valerie Harris. And guys, this is your Stepping Up and Stepping Out series that airs every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. And guys, when I thought about this series, I designed this series just to encourage you, to inspire you, and to empower its listeners to step up and step out of their comfort zone. And as an author and empowerment coach, business consultant, I love helping women in leadership roles and entrepreneurs to build a business that creates financial freedom for them, a healthy lifestyle, and to be able to leave a legacy for their families. And so this evening we have an author that's going to be with us. This is not her first time being an author, but she's a co-author in a new book that we've written together. Eight of us that have written this book called Influencers Stepping Out in Boldness. And so I'm going to bring to the stage right now Dr. Myria Thompson. But before I bring her, though, I would just like to say, for the first time when we become authors, what it does is it allows us to share our unique perspectives, insights, and ideas. And I'm going to tell you, that's exactly what all of these ladies did. They shared their own unique perspective, their own insights, and their own ideas in this book. And as an author, it positions us in the industry with other competitors so that we can attract the attention of our peers, other customers, and even the media. So I just want to give kudos to everyone that was a part of this project with me. And so now I will be bringing to the screen Dr. Myria Thompson. Hello, Dr. Myria.
Hello, how are you?
Doing really good. And look, you are old timer at this, and I just want to thank you definitely for just joining in with us to be a co-author of this anthology, this collaboration that we did together. I just want to thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I was happy that you asked me to be a part, so thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, it blessed my bones. Okay, it just blessed me. Yes. So how are you doing today?
I am well, enjoying my last day of little vacation before I get back in the saddle at work tomorrow. So,
Oh wow. All right.
yeah.
Well, let's just jump on to dive
All
into
right.
these questions because I'm not trying to keep you out here long. So, how did you approach the writing process for this chapter when you did it?
I didn't really have any specific approach. For me, I have to get in a quiet place, relax my mind, have a cup of tea, and just, get the thoughts flowing. So I just have to have complete silence and a cup of tea. So that's how I approach anything that I have to write.
And I have to agree with you about that being silent and nothing on, no noise going on, and just quietness so that you can get your thoughts together. Because I don't do well multitasking or doing tasks if I got the radio on or TV on. I like it to be quiet. So that's really good. And since I've been interviewing everyone, everybody have their own things that they did, and it's just amazing how it's no right or wrong. It's just how what works well for you. So that's great. So did you use a specific outline or strategy that you had in your mind as your ideas flowed, or did your ideas just flow organically?
So I do like to do an outline after I do like a brain dump where I just kind of write everything down that comes to my mind and kind of, pick out, themes that kind of stand out and just kind of go with that.
Okay, that works really well for you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So did you experience any challenges? Did you encounter any while you were writing your chapter? And how did you overcome the challenges, if any challenges did appear while you were writing?
The typical writer's block where you just kind of come to a standstill and didn't know what else to put down. So when it happens, I kind of just step away. And usually I come back the next day. I have to go to sleep, and just get refreshed. I'm better in the mornings. And
Mm-hmm.
so that helps me just step away and just go to sleep and come back and revisit in the morning. And it always works out where I have fresh ideas and I know where to go with it. So yeah. And also, pray,
Yeah.
ask Holy Spirit, where do I go with this? And so that's
Right.
always a plus.
And you know what I found out for my writer's block? I was either tired, I had been doing too much, My brain was on overload. And I like what you said about that brain dump, because we have to do that brain dump and just put ideas down and say, okay, which way am I going to take this? But that writer's block, it just sometimes I couldn't go back the next day. It might have been 2 or 3 days, but it's different for everybody. But that is just something I tell writers that you will experience that. That's something that you could possibly experience, and not to get frustrated, not to give up, because it's just time for you to rest or just get your mind refocused. Like you said, allow the Holy Spirit to move and help you in that area, because we got to remember, we are not trying to do this on our own. We do need Holy Spirit to guide our steps and to help us in our thinking when we're doing any kind of project that we're doing.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was mostly everybody said that it came out, said that they did experience that writer's block. But did you use any other sources or references or research that greatly influenced your writing or your content or ideas when you were doing your chapter?
Oh, absolutely. So I wrote on, overcoming toxic work environments, and just doing a simple search on that yielded millions of articles and, blogs and whatnot, because this is an issue in the
Yeah.
workplace now,
Yeah.
especially coming out of COVID, people going back into the workspace. And so, um, and a lot of the research I came across was, from a secular point of view. So I wanted to take a different approach and approach it from a biblical perspective on how we as believers are to approach those environments if we find ourselves in them, and how to overcome them.
And
Especially,
they are there. And
yes,
you can tell the difference when you're in a toxic environment where you have people just backbiting and doing some of everything, and they all over the place, and you looking at them like, all of this is not necessary,
right,
and
right,
there's always a way to handle conflict in the workplace. And it's so sad, because the backbiting and having this conversation here, if you have an issue with a person, talk to them about it.
right. So I took it from, my experience as being a teacher.
Yeah.
And we all know the teacher's lounge can be a pretty toxic environment if
Yes.
you allow
Yes.
it to be. And so I just, took it from that perspective, my own experiences. And I shared it, in my chapter, and how I overcame those. And, we all get pulled into stuff here and there, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to, share my point of view and what I went through and how I overcame, and to give people who are in leadership, how to not step on those landmines when it comes to participating or creating the toxic work environment yourself.
And exactly. And as leaders, that is very a good thing to even do a workshop on, really.
Right.
Because some people don't even understand that that's what they're doing. So, when you bring it to their attention, it'll make them more aware of, okay, I'm guilty of this. I need to
Right.
work on this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So, can you share any insights into your writing style or the technique that you like using when you're writing to convey your message, throughout your chapter when you were writing?
So I try to keep it, simplistic, and where people can relate.
Yeah.
And like I said, I really pull from my own experiences. That's really helpful for people to, kind of relate to. Oh, I've been through that too. So I just try to keep it simplistic and relatable.
Yeah, and be our authentic self, because
Yeah.
and you want people to understand what you're saying. So and when it starts flowing, to give that experience and give those insights, and help, it will help somebody else that might be going through that same thing when they pick that up and say, oh, this is what I need to do, or this is something that I need to work on. It can jog your memory and jog your mind to make you think differently, shift your mindset about different things, especially that toxic work environment, because that is a horrible place to be when you're in a toxic work environment. That doesn't feel real good.
No, it doesn't. And like I said, I pulled from my own experiences, and having gone through it I found myself being in several toxic work environments. I'm like, why do I keep encountering this? I'm not participating. Like, why is this? So, but, I shared in the book, how, like I said, I overcame, and just wanted to, share with other people, because like I said, it's so much out there now, with people going back into the workplace, and people are just not behaving well. We're
Because
seeing
they was at
fighting.
home. They were at home.
Yeah,
And being at home was, for some people was very frustrating
right.
because you got the whole family there. Everybody's there, the children, you, the husband, everybody's there. And everybody didn't handle COVID real well in the house.
No, no.
And I look at the children, they didn't handle it well because I got to stay in the house. I got to wear this mask. I got to do this. I can't go to school. So that in itself, if that wasn't healed before they went back, my
Right.
goodness.
Right. So, yeah, my perspective is for the adults. And we know,
Yeah,
in the school system, the children, it means nationwide where we've seen a lot of behavior issues
yeah.
post COVID. And, if the adults can't get it together, how do we expect the kids to get it
And
together? So
see, and that's it. You
we
said it.
have to cultivate
Yeah,
a positive environment amongst ourselves. And
yeah.
so, yeah,
And just think, they're watching their parents.
right, right.
So what we see in them is what they're getting from where they're coming from. So I mean, let's just be real. And so if they're seeing toxic, all we're gonna see is toxic with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is a very good thing to be, to really do more research and to try to do something within the system to help with those type of environments, though. So now that your chapter is complete, what aspects of the writing experience did you find the most rewarding?
I would say the actual completing the chapter was most rewarding for me because, I saw it. At first, it was kind of challenging because, like, gosh, what do I say? And so going through the whole process, the research and whatnot, it took a lot. It took a lot, and so actually completing it was that was glorious for me because I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to complete it. Thank you for the
Okay.
extension. And so,
Thank
but
you. You're welcome.
but
But
it was
I
rewarding.
felt everybody, and I knew that I needed to extend that because I know with everybody working full time, then doing this on it, I felt that, and I said, I gotta extend this and I'm glad that I was able to do that, and it worked out.
Right. So it was rewarding to start and finish it. And so, yeah.
Now let me ask you this: now, from the first book you wrote up until now, what differences did you see? Did you see any variations? Did you how was your approach with it? Were you what happened with that? Because this is not your first time writing as an author. So what were some of the differences, or were the experiences similar, or just how was that?
Um, I would say this is my second co-authoring project.
Okay.
And I think it's gotten easier and so
Oh,
more confident in the writing process. And even I have one solo book, so it's about, yeah, I guess a total three times. So each
yeah.
time it gets a little better.
Yeah, yeah. And you gain more confidence in yourself because a lot of the ladies were saying how the enemy was trying to make them feel like what they were having to say wasn't going. No one was, and that's nothing but the enemy. And so the thing of it is, we know that we have to let Holy Spirit have control over whatever it is that we're doing, because the enemy wants to kill, steal, and destroy. But when we know who we know, and put the
Yeah.
confidence in His hands, we can defeat the enemy because he knows what we already have inside of us too. So he won't destroy that.
Right, right. And one thing for me was, you know, overcoming, you hear those voices, from the enemy was this has already been written. And, you kind of get, discouraged, what else can I say? This is like with the toxic work environments. What else can I say about this? But it's coming from my own perspective, my own point of view, my own experiences. So that's the difference. We all have different perspective on various situations. And so that helped me to overcome as well, is to knowing that my perspective is different. And so even with my other books, there's other people wrote on the same thing, but we all have different experiences. So that's what I keep in mind moving forward, with different writing projects, that this is my revelation from Holy Spirit, my experiences.
Oh, okay. Wow. I think that's awesome, because the thing of it is, what you had to say is going to bless and help somebody. And so that's the main thing, is to know that what you had to say will bless someone. So I have just a few more questions to ask you, but I'm going to do a little station break for just a second and we'll come right back. All right. Think about this. Embracing your passion will give you the drive, new mind shift, and motivation to leave a lasting legacy that will positively impact future generations. Imagine having the confidence to pursue your passion while stepping out with purpose, unlocking your hidden potential. Here at Stepping Out with Purpose Company, we create clarity by cultivating a brand that offers the necessary tools, resources, strategic planning, and training to help women leaders and entrepreneurs to succeed in their personal and professional development. And working with us, our clients successfully gain stability, become more resilient in facing challenges and obstacles, expand their mindset, and are open to new opportunities that create multiple streams of income. We do this by offering a leadership development coaching program, business consulting, book collaboration and publishing, speaking, and the Stepping Up and Stepping Out series talk show with Talk Time Val. I am Valerie Harris, and I am the CEO and owner of Stepping Out with Purpose. All right, guys, and like I said, today we have Dr. Myria Thompson up here, and I just want to make sure that you are able to get in contact with Dr. Myria. This is her email address if you would like to email her. And like I said, she's a part of this collaboration with this book that we did, and everybody did such an awesome job, and I just want to make sure that you will be able to contact her. And down in the comments, you will also see her website. You'll also see her email address, and you'll see all the information that you need if you want to get in contact with her to talk with her further about even her book or even the services that she does, because I'm going to let her tell you about the tea that she does as well when we come back, when I bring her back to the stage. But I have just had a joyous time with her. And so this is just a wonderful, wonderful thing here. Okay. Dr. Myria. So when you were talking about that tea, I want you to encourage them about that tea when they get your book, to make sure they see you about getting that tea so they can relax as they sit back and read that book. How about that?
Yes, my tea is called Cup of Charm Tea. I do have a Facebook page for that with the name Cup of Charm, and we'll put it in the comment section. So, yep. That's what I have. And so I just encourage people to relax, take a cup of tea, and just, move forth in your purpose.
Absolutely. So this is the last question, and I thank you so much for coming out. Would you encourage others to tell their story if they got the opportunity to do so?
Oh, absolutely. Your story is your story, and the world, somebody needs to hear. I didn't think nobody needed to hear my story or whatnot, things that I've gone through, but yeah, somebody's out there. And so don't sit on it, because somebody's waiting for their breakthrough, and only you have it. So
yes,
go forth in that.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Say that again. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Somebody is waiting on you. Somebody's waiting to, for their breakthrough. And so you're carrying it. So don't sit on it.
Yes. Because people are going through, and they just need to hear it from somebody. About the greatness they have inside of them and the potential that they have inside of them, and it could spark something. So, so we just can't take that lightly. Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Myria.
Thank you.
See you in a minute. Like I said, that was Dr. Myria, and like I said, she was a part of our collaboration, Influencers Stepping Out in Boldness. But guys, this is it for today, and it was wonderful coming out here with you. And you know the drill, guys. I always tell you, look, go to that YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stepping Out with Valerie Harris. Okay, and then Go a little further. If you want to get in contact with me to do a free consultation, or if you want to sign up to be on the show, or sign up to be in our group, Facebook group, you can go to this website, www.talktimeval.com, and sign up so that you can be a part of our group or come and do a consultation and just hang out with us and have some fun. How about that, guys? So that is, like I said, that's all we have for you today. And Talk Time Val is getting ready to sign out, and I will be talking to you a little bit later.